I love cover, half cover, 3/4 cover, and full cover. I love them all. It's healthy, safe, and helpful. And it's almost everywhere you go. Don't you look at a tree and think to yourself, ah, what a wonderful tree to take cover behind. Nature is beautiful. Anyways, did you know you could get cover for the cheap price of a second level spell slot? It's a little trick. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where everyone has cover. This is an advanced guide to rope trick. This is what the spell says. Second level action, 1 hour duration. You touch a length of rope that is up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. The extra dimensional space can be reached by climbing up to the top of the rope. The space can hold up as many as 8 medium or small creatures. The rope can be pulled into the space, making the rope disappear from view outside the space. Attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance into or out of the extra dimensional space, but those inside can see out of it as if through a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered on the rope. Anything inside the extra dimensional space drops out when the spell ends. So the basic deal of this spell is that it opens up an entrance into a space where you and your buddies can hang out without worrying about the outside, or at least not as much. This is portable cover. Take it out whenever you want and enjoy. Some people think it can only be used to take a breather during a short rest because it's 1 hour duration. But it's just an action cast, not a minute or longer like Liamon's tiny hut. So it's quite reasonable to cast this in combat. Especially compared to something like Mirror Image, which I quite frankly believe to be rather weak compared to this spell. I guess you can do some fun stuff with Rogue with Mirror Image though, but I just think this spell sucks. Let me explain how to use Rope Trick. It basically allows your entire party to get into a hideaway retreat by climbing up the rope. Of course, baddies can get in too, but if you pull up the rope after your friends are safe, they may not be able to follow. Then on your turn, you can reach out and shoot the enemies, and then close up again. It's a castle move, but be warned, they can ready their actions to shoot you in the face, or they may retreat to the next room, forcing you to come to them. I suggest getting a few different lengths of rope. They can be up to 60 feet, but climbing requires twice as much of your speed. So it would be hard to get you in if you choose 60 feet. If you get a couple of 5 feet, 10 feet, and 15 feet ropes, you should be good. This spell is useful in many situations, but if you already have cover to hide behind, and you're holding a choke point, there's little reason to cast this spell. Gator? Oh no, I forgot I'm in space! Oh my god, he might be dead. Ad time! This video is sponsored by Only Crits, where you can buy dice so you can roll them. That's right, they came rolling back. These dice are magically blessed in your favor so you can get those sweet natural 20s. And if this inspiration roll from 1D&D somehow makes it through playtest, you'll get quite a lot of inspirations too. Speaking of inspiration, your DM will also get some inspiration. If you buy a set of dice from them, they'll also give you an adventure for free with the dice. Some are one-shots, others are campaigns. Look, they just recently released Hamlet of Wolford. It's a 1st to 3rd level adventure for 5e. That's probably as long as the Death House. That's like 2 to 3 game sessions, and you got it just from buying a set of dice. Of course, you could do whatever you want with it. Take ideas from it or run it as written. Up to you. Here are some dice I have from them. Here's the Dragon Eye multiple dice sets. It comes in a bag with 6 sets of dice. And I have the Prism Onyx metal dice sets. They're pretty shiny, huh? I highly recommend you check them out, and if you do, please press the link in the description. That helps me too. Onlycrits.com/packtactics. And if you like what you see, you can get some dice yourself. Use the coupon code PACKTACTICS for 12% discounts. Yeah! Yeah! Moon! Moon! Gator, can you hear me? Listen very carefully. The Sage Advice Compendium says that the spaces created by Rope Trick is not on the same plane as the material plane. So if you don't have teleport prepared, which I know you don't, you can use Rope Trick and plane shift to get down. It's actually safer to do this than teleport because plane shift has no chance of failure. But you need to somehow get the components or, for example, cast it through a magic item. I wasn't paying attention. Can you say that again? Kobold! Fine then. Plan G. I knew this would come in handy. I don't think there's any chance he'll come back. But Kobold! Oh my god, I thought you were dead. Oh my god, I've missed you. I'm so sorry. But Kobold, Rope Trick lasts for an hour. I think it's intended for short rests, not combat. How did you know we were covering Rope Trick? Did you hear the video from up there? We'll talk about that another time. Back to the comments. I've seen this talked about a lot, so I did some research. If you look it up in both 1st and 2nd edition, the only reasonable use of the spell is during combat. Then in 3rd edition, they increased the duration so it could even cover long rests. But it was still usable in combat. Then in 4th edition, it became a ritual that lasts for 7 hours. Now in 5th edition, it only lasts for an hour. And once again, works perfectly fine to protect yourself against baddies. Even at Acquisitions Incorporated, a game Jeremy Crawford DMs for, it was used in the middle of combat. I'll link it in the comments. Crawford is the lead rules designer for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and he approved it. I think we can safely say that you can use this in combat. While making this video, I actually couldn't figure out a couple of things in the spell. My conclusion is that the answers are ambiguous. But no matter the answer, the spell remains really good. I'll list them out to you because you might want to talk to your DM about it. Question 1. Can abilities like Dragon's Breath go through the entry? The spell says attacks and spells can't cross through the entry, but can everything else? We don't really know how interdimensional travel works in this game, so it's unclear. Question 2. Can you fly in? The spell says you can climb through the rope, but are there no other ways to enter? Who knows? I'd like to hear your opinions in the comments and how you would rule it. But again, I don't really think the power of the spell relies on the answer of either of these questions. Kobold, what planet can I visit next? We got to end this video first, Gator. Anyways, guys, Only Crits hopes to earn your dice purchase, and I hope to earn your subscription. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.